Good morning, Rockets Nation. Welcome back to an exciting new episode of the Rockets Daily Podcast. Happy Monday morning. Hope you guys had a great weekend. It's your boy Measy, aka Coach Omar, aka Let's Get Into It, because there have been some incredible developments over in the league, I should say, and it has caused a lot of drama, not just for me in my group chats, but I think just overall in the league, maybe. I could be wrong. I mean, this is, a lot of it is speculation for sure. Um, Again, peak NBA offseason, we're one day closer to the season starting. I think are we still in the 50s or the late 40s? I gotta double down and check and see just how many days we have left as far as when the season starts. But season's going to be starting soon. And I just can't come soon enough, right? Especially with these new offseason moves. Rockets will have some chirps happening in the camp, and we're going to talk about all of that, including some offseason drama and everything, right? Not just in the NBA, but now in the WNBA. So we'll get to all that a little bit later, and you know, talk to me, guys. Right at this point of the show, top of the show, want to remind you guys and ask you guys, make sure you're dropping your comments, hitting the likes, hitting the subscribes, and talk to me. Let's talk some ball. Let's talk some shop, and we'll keep it moving. Big chirps around the Rockets camp, not just the Athletics ranking LP as one of the best big men in the league, um, but equally the trade rumors that are surrounding the Rockets right now, right? Um, Apparently, the Rockets were Anthony Davis's second destination um, for, I guess, after the Warriors, which, according to Heavy.com, I didn't even know they did basketball stuff, an article by Joey Hoverford. I think you guys have heard me name drop him a couple times. The Washington Wizards hope to keep Anthony Davis as a successful long term fixture, but there is still a strong chance they trade him this season. According to the article, Blake Silverman listed the teams that will be interested in Davis if the Wizards decide to move him for a second guessing signing the extension. Potential suitors: Warriors were number one, Rockets, Nets, and Hornets. So we're in the top four apparently, but I would not want AD. I don't think he's played a full season in a long time. Um, the guy just seems to keep getting hurt, and I don't know. I don't know if I would want him. The other rumor that's happening is the Rockets are still monitoring the Kyrie situation, and you guys know how I feel about these older guys getting I don't want to say playing time, but getting picked up. I mean, not everybody was going to be like a Russell Westbrook, right? Not everybody was going to be Westbrook, who I don't think the guy was hurt. Um, I just think, a lot of teams, media, whomever kind of gave him a bad rap with his shooting. But as far as, coaching, mentoring, playmaking, the guy was still a threat, right? I mean, AD will give you, if you let him, maybe half a season. Equally, Kyrie will do the same thing, half a season, and then that's it. I mean, not everybody's going to be like a LeBron James, um, maybe even a Bam Adebayo, maybe even a Giannis, a Jokic. Um, Harrison Barnes is still out there. I mean, there's some older cats, right, that are still playing that look good. Um, maybe I I don't know. I honestly don't know. I mean, I honestly don't know. No pun intended. But talk to me, guys. Tell me what you think. A would you want an Anthony Davis on the team, right? Um, would you want a Kyrie Irving on the team, right? Because apparently, and this is where the rifts came in, um, DeMar DeRozan is going to be signing with the Nuggets, right? I've been saying this for how many days now, how many episodes now? At least the entire last week. I fixated a lot on DeRozan still being out there, um, and he's not a bad pickup for Denver, right? Older superstar, doesn't really have a history of injuries. Um, and if he was, I mean, I think it was kept quiet, or maybe I just didn't follow it as well. But I mean, Denver is Denver. They got Jokic, they got Murray, they have, you know, Braun. They just let go of Peyton Watson. Um, Denver is still Denver. I think they made a couple of sneaky pickups in the draft this year. But DeRozan going to Denver is going to be insane, right? I mean, the guy still has some years left in him. Jokic is still playing like Jokic. I mean, I don't know if you guys have been watching the FIBA qualifiers or the friendlies or whatever is happening with FIBA right now, but Team Serbia just came back from a 17 or 19 point deficit. I mean, they still lost by two to France, and I mean, Wemby blocked Jokic a couple times, but Jokic is still Jokic, man. I mean, he dished a couple of dimes, a couple of he the guy's a passing machine, right? He's a big man that can pass like a one, right? I think he can play 1 through 5. Um, his shot is still, I don't know, it's still not all there yet, but if it was a choice between a Jokic, a Davis, a Giannis, I'm 100% going Jokic. Sadly, I'm gonna go Jokic. I mean, the guy is not the best on defense. He'll give you a couple of good defensive stops, a couple of good defensive plays here and there, but I yeah, man, I would still pick Jokic. I would definitely still pick Jokic over over a lot of these cats in the league right now. And the other reason, we've had some issues in the group chat is I kept saying, we should go and make a play for Clay. We should go and make a play for Clay. The guy can still give you at least 12 points. If you just need 4 3-pointers from him, I think he can give that to you, right? Um, I don't see us. I can't believe we didn't make a play for him, but equally. Sorry, I just had a sneeze coming. I did keep going, but we didn't have. We didn't make a play for him. Why? Why? I mean, this is where I got a little upset. I got a little heated. Like, why didn't we make a play for Clay? Right? And now Clay is going to Miami. Uh, Miami believes in him. Spo believes in him. I mean, Pat Riley still, I guess, sees something there. There's definitely something there, but I don't know. I don't know why we didn't make a play for Clay. And maybe I just like saying that, play for Clay, right? But um, I still think he's got a good year left in him. Like, if you let him rest, which I think Dallas was kind of letting him do. I mean, Dallas was, they weren't going anywhere after Luca rebuild Cooper Flag. They're definitely building a team around Cooper Flag, right? And maybe Clay wasn't it. Maybe Clay wasn't a fit there. Um, I mean, do we give them Fred? That's the other thing, right? Are they trying to unload Kyrie? Kind of ties into my earlier point. And if they're getting rid of everybody, I mean, the one meme or the speculation talk that I saw is we give them Fred, Jay Sean Tate, and our next 2 years first rounders. No, definitely not two. One and Fred, maybe, but just a whole swap. Fred for Kyrie, that's fine. You get the same, almost contractually, they're about the same. Uh, Skill set, they're about the same. I mean, one time champion. I do think Kyrie may have the better handles, but definitely not giving up any of these first round picks because these next 2 years draft picks, they look nice, right? They look really nice. Draft classes, I meant, not picks, but these next 2 years, like draft classes, they look pretty nice. And you guys have heard me talk about this in the past of how the game is just evolving, right? Have to get a player that can shoot, that can guard, on ball, off ball, just skilled in almost at least 1 through 4, right? I mean, fives are becoming more and more special every day. Nikola Jokic is one of those guys that revolutionized that position. Giannis is another guy that revolutionized those positions. And I am I'm worried, right, for the Rockets. Like, are we going to be able to compete, right, with all these other teams that are seemingly making better moves than us in the offseason? Um, your OKCs, your Spurs. Um, I mean, Dallas is in rebuild mode, so we're not super worried about Dallas. But the big threats in the West right now are OKC, Dallas. I mean, Lakers showed off playing some ball in Slovenia, so all those guys are looking pretty solid. Um, Not sure where New Orleans is headed. The Rockets and Zion were tied in with some trade talks last week. Um, Jalen Duren is still out there, right? There's a lot of talent still out there. Benedict Mathurin, he's still out there. I mean, I wouldn't mind picking him up. Um, I think Buddy Heald is, where did he go? Is he with Memphis now? I got to look and see where he's at, but I wouldn't mind poaching him. Making him a sneaky little offer. If he's on Miami, that's good for him. But Buddy Heald is still out there. I just want the Rockets to Stone, Mr. Stone, call me. We keep missing each other. I don't know if I feel like Stan at this point, and if you guys get that reference, then you get a special place in my heart, man. But I wrote you, I sent you, and I left my pager at the bottom. You must not have got him. No, it's an Eminem right reference from way back when. But I would love to see the Rockets get a little bit more aggressive in this offseason. We only have a few weeks of it left, and let's just see what's going to happen. Um, and again, at this point, I got to ask you guys, make sure you're dropping your comments, hitting the likes, hitting the subscribes. Talk to me, guys. Talk to me. I've kind of done this before, and I may have like used a different title for it, but curiosity gets the best of me all the time. You guys know this. And I was talking in the group chat, and we were discussing like what are the best free agent signings of all time, right? LeBron's up there with both of his Cleveland and Miami stints. um, Joe Johnson is on this list. Al Horford, I would definitely rank Al Horford as being one of the best offseason signings. Kevin Durant going to Brooklyn, big three, KD, um, Harden, and Kyrie. Uh, I think that could have been very special, but amongst the everything that was happening in the league, politics notwithstanding, um, Kyrie just kind of sitting out for several games. Um, D Rose going to the Bulls, that was apparently a really good signing for them. Um, Sean Marion, Sean Marion going to the X Factor, right? Going to Dallas, that helped them win that 2011 chip. Chauncey Billups going to the Pistons, yeah, that definitely helped them win in a couple of years. Um, Here's who I would say is probably the best, if not the sneakiest off-season signage. Um, Top three for me for sure. I mean, the others I mentioned, they definitely should be mentioned, but top three, Kawhi going to Toronto in 2019, right? Look, I'm doing he like announced it. Like, I'm only gonna play here for a year. My goal is to win a chip, and he backed it up, right? He backed it up. This is why Kawhi is, my number one. I mean, he's my favorite player. Uh, has been for a while. I mean, I followed him, when he was at San Diego, and I just like Kawhi, man. He's just such he's a Terminator, man. My favorite modern day player is probably Kawhi. I mean, GOAT player of all time is still Kobe, but Kawhi, man, that guy is hilarious, and I hope this guy can definitely come out of whatever it is he's going through with this aspiration stuff. But another one that I think gets overlooked a lot. Another signing is Steve Nash. Steve Nash going to Phoenix, right? That was, oh man, when he joined Phoenix, that guy was gnarly, dude. Steve Nash on Phoenix for those many years. I mean, you had the Kobe Lakers, you had the LeBrons and the Spurs. I mean, it was just the West was just so stacked at that point. Dallas had Dirk, the Rockets had Yao, but that's Steve Nash, Amari Stoudemire, Raja Bell, Sean Marion, and then Nash and Marion. I think they reunited in Dallas, or I can't. I think he left Dallas and then went back to Dallas, or did he leave Dallas and then went to LA? But when Nash was on the Suns, that brother was cold, man. He was nice. He was nice. And then the last one that I'd like to mention that I always think is really good offseason signing, um, Brooke Lopez joining the Milwaukee Bucks. Um, the few years that he was there, that guy's good, man. With the Lopez brothers, where were they? Were they at Stanford? I want to say they played at Stanford, right? They were so good. They were really good at Stanford. And guys, again, drop your comments. Tell me what you think. But Brooke Lopez joining the Bucks, Giannis, Middleton, Porter, or is it Portis? Bobby Portis, Porter Portis, Pat Connaughton. Oh man, they had a squad. They had a squad. Yep, yep. So that would be my top three, free agencies. I mean, the LeBron, the KDs, Kyrie's. I mean, all these moves, notwithstanding, you think of the superstars and everything, but some of these, role players, these fantastic role players that have helped the teams, just kind of overcome the mound and just get better. Got to roll with it, man. But that's it for today. I don't want to overwhelm you guys, on a Monday. Hope you guys have a great start to your week. Lots of basketball, lots of things to talk. I didn't even get to the thing that I really wanted to talk about, and maybe I'll mention it tomorrow. But let's talk some basketball. Drop your comments, hit the likes, hit the subscribes, and let's talk ball, man. Because to me, ball is definitely life. Anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. Hope you guys have a great start to your week, and I will see you tomorrow for another exciting episode of the Rockets Daily Podcast. Count us down, easy. 3, 2, 1. Peace.